ויאמר שמואל אל שאול. And Shmuel, הנביא, told Shaul המלך, לא אשוב עמך. I'm not going back with you. כי מאסתו את דבר השם. He made disgusting the words of Hashem. וימאסך השם להיות מלך על ישראל. And Hashem is disgusted from you, from being a king to כלל ישראל. Shmuel הנביא told Shaul המלך, you've got the mitzvah of Mechias Amalek to destroy the behemoths as well as the people, and you have left the behemoth chayos. You did not kill the animals. You left the zikoron of Amalek. You lost your melucha. You lost your kingdom. You cannot be any more king. The Chayra, what is the big head of Shaul HaMelech? Actually, all he did was listen to the Sanhedrin, to Doeg Ho-Adomi. The Medrash says, Vayachmol Shaul Beho'om al Agag, Omar Bar Kaporo, ze Doeg Shehoyo Shokul Keneged Kol Yisrael. He follow instructions. Shmuel says to kill, that's the Novi. Doeg says not to kill, so he had a problem. He took sides. What's the big chet? Meidach Gisa, David HaMelech b'shtayim, he did 2 chatoim, v'lo also bo, and he's not considered a choteh, he did not lose his malchus. So Yosur shevet me Yehuda, the malchus does not go away from Yehuda, but it went away from Shaul HaMelech. He comes from Binyamin. Why is that so? It seems that the whole Aveiro of Shaul HaMelech, who was ben shono lemalchuso, the Gemara says, ke ben shono lechet, he was a tzaddik gomer. So his Aveiro was Maraeit ha'ayin. Looks like he is chomel on the tzon, looks like he has haroto on the mitzvah of Mechias Amalek. But his intention was to take these behemoths and destroy them through a korban. What's wrong with that? Maraeit ha'ayin. Looks to the people, to the layman, that he's not following the halacha, he's not following the novi, and that is considered a chet. But we still have to understand, says the Rebbe Rab Hershel, why is that chet such a great chet that destroys the melucha and it strips him from malchus? He brings a midrash rabo on Megillas Esther, Mordechai lo yichra velo yishtachave. Haman became a great general in Poras. He makes a decree that everyone has to bow down to him. There's only one person that doesn't follow instructions. Mordechai HaTzadik. Haman went over to Mordechai and he has a bikuach with him. Don't you know that I can destroy you and your entire nation? Aren't you scared? By the way, Haman was once an eved to Mordechai. Haman tells Mordechai, I'm richer than you. Chazal say that he found the riches from Korach in the Midbar, and he gave Achashverosh bribery 100 times more than the Shkolim in Midbar to destroy Klal Yisrael. The Medrash says, your grandfather, Ya'akov, he bowed down to my grandfather, Esau. Why are you better than him? Not only you, but all the Shvatim bow down to my grandfather Esau. Mordechai say, I did not bow down to your grandfather, because I come from Binyamin. I am an Ish Yemini. Binyamin was not born yet. Rochel Imenu was me'ubereth with Binyamin. Everybody bowed down. I did not. Therefore, Mordechai lo yichra velo yishtachave. According to this medrash, we have to understand what was the heter that Yaakov Avinu did bow down, and the Shar Shvatim besides Binyamin. On what basis did they bow down? The Zohar HaKodesh asks kasha, and he says, "Los tishtachave le'el acher." On what basis did Yaakov and the Shvatim bow down to Esau? The answer is, "Vehu over lifneihem." The Shechina Kedosha was overes lifnei Yaakov Avinu. Once he saw the Shechina in front, he was mishtachave to the Shechina. Sheva peomim, keneged the Sheva midos, chesed, gvura, tiferes, netzach, hod, yesod, and malchus. Lecho Hashem hagdulo, v'gevuro, v'tiferes. V'netzach, v'hod, kichol b'shamayim u'oretz, lecho Hashem ha'mamloch, v'avesnatz, lechol rosh. And that's what he told the Shvatim to be mechaven. Everyone should be mishtachave not to Esau, but to the Shechina. That's the roots of the Zohar HaKodesh. So the Rama Mefno, in Sefer Asor Mamoros, asks Akashe, what's the difference between the Shvatim and Binyamin? The Shvatim were not mishtachave to Esau, but to the Shechina. So why is Binyamin better than the Shara Shvatim? What's the time that Mordechai said, Ani lo echro velo ishtachave? So he wants to say, Eno Hanami. The Shvatim were not mishtachave to Esau chas v'sholom. Yaakov Avinu was not mishtachave to Esau chas v'sholom. He was mishtachave lemaraeit ha'ayin. People around thought that he was mishtachave to Esau. That's the entire chet. Binyamin was not mishtachave למראית העין. He was clean and clear from מראית העין. And actually that's the reason why Shmuel took Shevet Binyamin for Melech, because 3 mitzvahs Klal Yisrael got when they came to Eretz Yisrael. Like the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, Tavchov B'Shem Rab Yosei. The first mitzvah is to be Mamane Melech. The second mitzvah is that Melech should kill Amalek. And the third mitzvah is that the Melech should build the Beis HaMikdash. And we have a Kabbalah that Bnei Esav Neuflim Beyodo Shel Bnei Rochel. Yosef is considered the Sitno Shel Esav. And gerade the Mizbeach is bonu Bechelko Shel Binyamin. Binyamin ze Ev Yitrof. The Malchus belong to Yehuda. But to be Machris, Zaro Shel Amalek, we have to come to Binyamin, not to Yehuda. Binyamin had the Ma'alo that he was not over on Maris U'ayin Shel Ishtachavo L'Avodah Zorah, like the Gemara says in Mesechta Avodah Zorah Daf Yud Beis Amud Aleph. His father was lo mo'os lifnei Avodas Kochavim. Money fell down in front of a statue that looked like an Avodah Zorah. Lo yishche ve'yishtlem. Don't bend down to take the money. Mipnei shenire kemishtachave L'Avodas Kochavim. Mayon hamoshech lifnei Avodas Kochavim. If there's water in front of Avodas Kochavim and you want to bow down to drink water, lo yishche ve'yishte mipnei shenire kemishtachave L'Avodas Kochavim. Partzuv mekalchem mayim. There's a face of Avodah Zorah that water comes out of his face. Lo yaniach piv al pihem ve'yishte mipnei shenire kemenashek L'Avodas Kochavim. Don't put your mouth to his mouth and drink from there the water, because it looks like you are kissing the Avodas Kochavim. Yaakov and Bonov were over of Maris U'ayin. Binyamin was Noki of Maris U'ayin. Shaul was over on Maris U'ayin. And Shaul held that was not a chet. So Shmuel told Shaul HaMelech, the whole reason you become Melech instead of David HaMelech, instead of Malchus based David, based Yehuda, because Binyamin was not over on Maris U'ayin. Now that you say that you are allowed to be over on Maris U'ayin, and you yourself is over on Maris U'ayin, you decree on yourself that you don't have the Malchus. So the Malchus has to be taken away from you. And the Malchus was given already to David HaMelech. So Shaul started to cry, maybe can I do tshuva? No, the Malchus was already given to David HaMelech. So the Barisk says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not chozer from a midah toiva. Once he gave the Malchus to David, he won't take it away from him. David got it, and David HaMelech had a milchomo with Amalek for half a year. They did not kill all the Zechorim. David HaMelech started to build the Beis HaMikdash, but he didn't finish it. The Maise, in the times of Haman, Mordechai became the Melech al Yisrael. He destroys Haman, Ho'agogi. He takes the money from Haman, and he builds the second Beis HaMikdash with that money. Haman was a Sar not more than a couple of days. He was Oilel Malchus, and a couple of days later, he was killed. Ken yovedu kol oivechu Hashem.